Hi there, I'm Connie. I'm a CVT here at DoveLewis, and I'm going to talk to you today about some troubleshooting ideas of what to do if your E-tube or esophagostomy tube has become clogged. So you've sat down to feed your pet or administer some medication, and like always, you start off by administering a small amount of warm water. Though this time you go and you're getting quite a bit of resistance, and so we don't want to push very hard, but if you're pressing it and it's not going anywhere, we don't want to force that. That's telling us that there is a clog. So some tricks to do is to then, with that same warm water, pull back and then press again. Pull back and then press again. As far as you can. It is, if you're feeling resistance, don't force it, but we're gonna aspirate back. Perhaps that's going to draw the clog away from the end of the tube, and then we're gonna try to press it away. To try to pull it all the way out is sort of unlikely. Most of the time, if you are to start with an empty syringe and try to aspirate all the way out, you're not really going to get much. But that is an option, to sort of do a pumping and aspirating movement to try to dislodge that clog. Another strategy for unclogging an E-tube is to use Coca-Cola. So, no, it sounds strange, and it's not going to affect them negatively with the caffeine. They're not going to start running around. We're going to use a pretty small amount, and you're only going to, because there's a clog, only going to be able to push it in so far. So I usually start with like 3 mils or so of just regular Coca-Cola. It's important not to use the diet versions, and I suppose you could use Pepsi, but the most important thing is that you not use anything with any of the artificial sweeteners in it. And then we're just going to pull up our Coca-Cola. Again, we're going to put it in for just as far as we can do it without getting too much resistance. With this one, I do recommend then clamping it like this, because the bubbles are going to want to come back out immediately, and then put your tube back in. We let that sit for 10 minutes or so, and the hope is that those bubbles in the Coca-Cola will eat through the clog. So we're going to come back and check on it. We're going to, and then with our warm water, try to push that clog through. You may need to repeat this Coca-Cola a couple different times. Pull back, put some new Coca-Cola in there. Hopefully it will eventually, the bubbles will reach the clog and dislodge that for you. If that trick does not work, the best thing to do is make an appointment with your veterinarian. They will be able to do a little bit more looking into perhaps why it's clogged. Hopefully the tube has not moved and backed up on itself, but it's important to then seek professional help if those little tricks didn't work.